been busy today off camera. I've got my took my suit in for dry cleaning and washed up some sleeping bags that I had got for free one time and never cleaned. Picked up Melanie and took in the suit and dropped it off, my suit for my wedding, and dropped it off for dry cleaning, and threw these in a laundromat because they're too big to wash by hand, properly anyway. And now I've got them drying in the weather, or in the fresh air here. Tomorrow I pick up my wedding suit, and then I've been working over here on the porch for a little while. I had a lunch break in between, and some more computer planning and wedding planning. The venue is locked in, and we had to rearrange the menu a bit and rearrange some other things. But I've still got some last minute planning to do, but it's all coming together. So now I've got the floor for shoe space, and then 2 more shelves, and I'm going to put yet 1 more shelf for, obviously, Melanie and my shoes alone almost fill all of this, and then some tiles that are eventually going up behind the wood stove on the wall back there, up between the behind the stovepipe, just for appearance. And I happen to have them, so I'm putting them up. And I'm going to have to put another shelf, as I said, in order to have space for guest shoes. And then I'm going to put bracing all in back here. And let me take you over to the truck and show you what else is going on. I took the tonneau cover off, and I picked up a load of wood. Now this is beautiful wood. Some of these are really clean and beautiful pieces of wood. Figure plane them down, and they'll be really nice for the kitchen walls. They're nice size, nice thickness, and they're hardwoods, so they're durable. Once you plane them and oil them, I've got some very, very beautiful colors and patterns in these wood grains for the kitchen walls. So Melanie was with me when I picked this up, and there's some nice fine pieces of wood here. And as I said, all you got to do is plane them down, and we got some clean lumber for the kitchen. So, and it's dry. That's the thing. If I can keep this out of the weather and keep it dry, the stuff is dry, okay? It was freshly put out last night. I saw it last night on the road. It was freshly put out last night, so it was definitely warehoused and dry and clean. So if I can get this stuff off the truck today while it's still day, get it in the storage tent, and keep it out of the weather, I can use this stuff right away. So projects will continue. I've also got some nice 1x2s, 2x2s, which I'll use for framing on the chicken coop, which I hope to build yet today once I finish the porch shelving. That'll be the very next project. So things are looking good. I mean, this is some beautiful wood. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but this is some really beautiful wood. Different colors and grains. That's the kitchen right there, people. That's the kitchen. And then we're seeing a box here, a storage box, with these wider pieces. Maybe some clothing storage or something, Melanie said. So, always getting free lumber and making free stuff. Don't forget, my entire house is almost all built out of free material. And so is the porch so far. Weird, there's something... The leaves are moving. Let me see if I can show you. Well, the leaves were jumping up and down. There was a rodent underneath, but as soon as I moved the camera, it stopped. Anyway, I'm going to get to work. Cutting the last shelf for the shoes. This saw is really working out well. This is a 12x2. Nice. Very nice. Now I have to cut the supports. I have to turn myself around, so I'll move the camera. See, working with a camera, it does take a little bit more time to do things. Because I have to position myself so I'm not in the way of the camera. And that does take some time. Of course, I think I just positioned that board in my way of my camera. Can you see what I'm doing? Sort of. Sort of yes, sort of not. See, this wood, although it's ugly on the outside, is spotless on the inside. I don't know if you can see that. It's clean. Makes good shelving anyway, at the very least. So this is the bracing for the shelf. Here's one. Yeah, that makes all the difference having a better saw. The other one was just tired, I guess. And somebody told me don't set it on the guard, so I try to set it like this, and somebody's probably going to tell me not to do that. It's awkward to not set it on the guard because it's on the fence. So I'm not sure. It doesn't really sit like that, so I try to just set it on a piece of wood or something. Oh well, whatever. I try to be gentle with it. So now I've got the bracing inside, and what I do is, I think I'm going to need more screws here. Alright, what I do is mark this 10 inches height, which is happy distance for the shoes, no matter what size shoes I'm working with. I'm using a screw to mark it. And then the one piece goes on I know you can't see at this angle. I can barely see with the light in my eyes. And then that goes up in place. Oh, get in there right. Alright, and then these two just stand up here and get hooked on. I'm gonna go grab some screws. I ran out of my favorites. Now I've got to get Phillips, which I don't like. Anyway, I'll screw these two on, and I put the board on, and I've got my last of my shoe shelves. I'll have 4 rows for shoes, and then I'm going to put a cross bracing up in the top here, which you probably can't see what I'm pointing at now. I'll put cross bracing up in top for support for coat hooks. So I put in the framing, and that drops in place nicely. Screw it down, and then I cut to clean the place up and put the shoes in here. That'll be it. Really simple shelving. I do it on put supports in the front, not because they're needed, but just for appearance. People are going to see this. Nice. Solid. Alright, so I'm going to cut to 3 10-inchers and block them in. And that'll be done. Shoe shelving done in the porch. And, well, let me leave the camera on a tripod. You can see there's no problem for me in here. There's plenty of room to move around and carry your groceries or whatever. There's no problem in here with space. And then, like I said, next I'll put in the coat hooks and we can hang in dirty coats, work clothes, whatever in here. Looking good. Well, there it is. The porch shoe rack. Now I'm going to put a piece of wood up on the top to hang coats on, and we'll be done out here. Oh, there's the coat rack. Now all I got to do is add hooks, add coats, and we are done. Off-grid tiny house porch is done. On to the chicken coop.